All right, today we're going over some dumbbell exercises that are just as good, and for some people will be even better than the original, because what can I say? I got a soft spot in my goose for people that are being forced to train at home, so much so that I'm gonna send these power blocks to somebody because I got a rack over there. I don't use them anymore, and I'm sure somebody needs them more than I do. And they're a little dusty. Maybe there's a sticker or two missing, but they get the job done. So if you want these, leave a comment, tell a story, tell a joke. I don't know, I just pick somebody randomly. Ooh, candy. All right, starting off with biceps. And I don't know about you, but I love rope curls. That little exaggeration at the top when you start to pull it apart, slightly supinate that wrist, really just lights them up for me. And we can take advantage of those same things by setting up perpendicular to a wall and holding that dumbbell slightly out in front of you. Because if you just try to curl it naturally where it hangs, the supination of the movement only happens because of the weight of the dumbbell, not really because your biceps are doing anything. So by holding it out in front, now your bicep has to work to curl the weight, but it's also actively involved in the supination as well. All right, next up, we got to find a way to mimic a tricep cable extension, which I know is a tall task because it's a fucking phenomenal exercise. But if there's will, there's got to be a weirdo in a garage gym that he painted all black, even the door handles, that's going to figure it out. And the best thing I've come up with, which I actually really like, especially as a burner, is by flipping those dumbbells on the side, kneeling and mimicking either a rope extension or a skull crusher, that same exact movement. And you can even get a little bit of that pronation as well. If you drive those dumbbells all the way together, you'll notice as you come up, you're able to rotate that wrist a little bit and hit that lateral head. All right, next up, we got to try to knock off the seated cable row, because if you're hitting back, you're probably going to end up here. And that's because it's a beautiful mix between being a cable exercise, so it's smooth, it's easy to set up, but it also fits in that category of this is going to kick my ass. And I use this variation a lot because I don't actually have a seated cable row. It looks like I do, but when I bought this piece, the guy gave me the wrong size cable, so now I just sit here and think about how my life would have turned out different if I did. I feel like you're gonna have flashbacks of every time you screwed up and got sent to the corner in elementary school because we're going back to the wall. And the reason for that is because the true beauty of the seated row is it virtually takes your legs out of the equation. Then all you have to focus on is what part of my back do I want more emphasis on, and that's done by tilting your entire torso at the hips. So if you want more low and mid back, you're gonna tilt more forward. If you want more upper back and traps, you're gonna tilt slightly back. And the reason I'd argue this is a better movement is because it's easier to lock that lower back in position and create more of a dynamic movement, which will allow you to move more weight, but also get a complete contraction from that entire back. So if you like this video, let me know, because there's a lot more exercises we can translate to dumbbells and make them even better. And if you want those power blocks, you want to see how much FedEx is going to charge me to ship those across the world, comment below as well. And if you haven't seen these two videos, you're going to want to watch these next. Most importantly, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and get after it, get growing. Talk to you soon.